So it's been about a month since I got the Speediance Gym Monster in the mail, and I've been using it every day since. By using it every day, I got more familiar with the machine, and there's some things in there that I think need some improvements and some things that I really love. By using it every day, I've had some new thoughts that I want to bring to you, some things that I love, some things I think they need to improve on, and some things I just flat out missed in the first video. With that said, I highly recommend that you watch my review because I go into full detail about this. So check out that video first so this one can make more sense. Or you can just watch it after this one. Now in that previous video, I talked about how much it was a game changer and I love it. So do I still love it? Find out right now. Now when I make review videos, I purposely not try to watch other people's reviews, so I don't want to influence like how I feel about the product. But afterwards, I like to watch the other reviews and see some things that I miss. And there's some other good reviews out there. Now, one of the reviewers I really like was Jonathan Casey, because he really goes into about everything when it comes to the screen and all those technical aspects involving the workouts. With that said, that leads you to my first thing that I really love that I didn't cover in the first video is setting your own workout template. So what you can do is you can take all the preset workouts that are on the machine, all those videos and stuff like that, and you can create your own personalized workout routine. When I saw this, I was like, wow. All the exercises that I was doing in the free mode where you just kind of do whatever you want, I found that there were workouts already there in the video context of it, and you can go ahead and put those in a personalized template, name it as you want to. Like for instance, I named this one like my chest day. And what you can do is select all the workouts that you want to do in your workout. Not only that, you can put in how many sets and reps that you want to put in there with the time in between to rest. Normally when I work out, I have to set all that on my Apple Watch, where I have to set, okay, I have my overall time on my Apple Watch, and then I have my stopwatch, and then I add the workout on there. So this is whole step process before I work out. So I can put all of that into the template, and it makes it so that I'm not looking at my watch and hitting it all the time for my time in between rests, because I like to do 1 minute rest in between there. So whatever you like to do, you can already set that. And the next thing that was like so amazing is that you can go ahead and put in the resistance of pounds that you want for every single exercise. So you're not fiddling around trying to get it at that adjustment level. Let's say if you're doing something like a bench press, and then after that, you're gonna go to a tricep pull down. Well, those are gonna be two different weight resistance that you're gonna use. So with that, you can set how much resistance you want for each exercise, so you don't even have to do that. So it makes it so that you can fully recover before doing your next exercise. So I just made templates for the whole week. I just loved it so much. Now there's another thing that I don't ask from Speediance, I ask for you. And for you to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button if you're enjoying the content that you're seeing right now, because it lets me know that you want to see more videos like this. Now remember I was telling you about how the Apple Watch, I was used to doing all that when it comes to setting up my workout? Well, another thing that's really great is that Speediance now has it so that it has an application that you can put on your phone. And I already knew that, I talked about it in the review, but what I did know is that it also has an app for your watch. So the great thing about that is I was normally using the strength conditioning app on the workout app on the Apple Watch, and I would do that to kind of calculate how many calories I was burning or something like that. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I like to post my calories burned when I do my workouts. But with the Speediance Apple Watch app, it does all that for you automatically. So I already didn't have to use my watch to put my rests in between my sets like I normally do, my overall workout, but now my calories burned connect with the workout app with Apple. So it's still there exactly how it was before. I just don't have to do that extra step. I tell you, it was a bit of adjustment for me to stop looking at my watch and just look at the screen because it was all there. And with that, it also makes it more accurate because your Apple Watch is going to be more accurate than the machine just calculating alone with nothing attached to your body. And so your calories burns appear in the corner and it saves in your log in your database. So with that, Speediance has an assessment process where it can test your strength levels. So with all that accurate information, you can really see that in a more accurate level and see if you're actually improving. And another point is that I had to do some research on tonal because this is probably the main competitor of the Speediance Gym Monster. And one of the things that I noticed is that the tonal attaches to the wall, right, to the wall. So with that, you have to pay for professional installation just to use the machine. It's already more expensive than Speediance, but it has to be a permanent fixture on your wall and it has to be there permanently, or you could probably pay to get it moved somewhere else. But the point is, there's drilling holes in the wall and an extra cost. With the Speediance Gym Monster, you can move it because it has wheels anywhere in the house. And if you move, you can take it with you. Now, I mentioned in my review video that my favorite mode was the chain mode. Well, that's changed. My favorite mode now is eccentric mode because it's actually better than using weights. Let me give you an example. When you're using weights and you're using an arm curl, you know, you're going at 70 pounds and when you're lowering it, it's at 70 pounds. But with an eccentric mode is that you can go up at 70 and then you can come down at like 100. So the eccentric mode actually is better and more effective than weights. When I've been working out with this, my pumps have been crazy. My veins have been popping because that eccentric mode gets both parts of the muscle, that upward portion of it and the downward portion of it. So the eccentric mode is something that I've learned over time is now my new favorite. I mean, all the modes are good. It's like picking your favorite child. You don't have a favorite. Now, this is something minor that I really like that I didn't think about until I started using it like every single day, is that I love that it has like the target on there for the center of gravity when you're doing your workout. So things like squats and stuff like that, you can make sure that you're fully centered with the resistance as you come down and come up, that you're not too far forward, too far back. But even with any type of exercises like, let's say bicep curls or something like that, maybe you want to be a little bit too far forward, maybe you want to be more with your arms hinged over to get a better contraction of your biceps. I like that it has that target for you to see where your feet placement should be for each exercise. Now you're saying, David, you're some type of shield. You have nothing bad to say about this. Well, there are some things that I do feel need to be improved. So let's go over those. Now those modes that I was just bragging about, I wish they worked in the templates. I wish that I can put that eccentric mode into the template. It's a minor gripe, but it's something that I love, but I can really only use those in the free mode. So I wish they would update it so that you can put different modes in there, or while it's on the screen, you can tap like what mode that you want, like right there in real time. I think that would be very helpful. In addition, I wish there was an overall timer mode into the free mode, because when I put the weight on, the timer activates, but when I take the weight off, it doesn't. So when I'm doing just like my freelance mode or whatever, like I still have to use my Apple Watch to get my overall timer. But like I said, it's a minor gripe, but it'd be nice to have the overall and then that timer ends once you're done with your workout. Now my biggest gripe, and I should say our biggest gripe, myself and Mrs. Discipline Dave, because not only have I been using it every day, my wife has also been using it every day, and it's been a bit of a battle on who's gonna work out first or anything like that, because we usually work out together. So with that, we saw partner mode and we were like really excited because we were just like, oh, okay, well, we can just go in between sets and things like that. But partner mode doesn't work that way. It's such a weird process. It's like, they show an example of like somebody curling on the bench on one side and somebody curling on the other simultaneously. But that's not effective if you're going to be using both cables at the same time. So the partner mode seems kind of useless. I think they should have a real partner mode, where you can have two users like at the same time. And then so when you do the weight off, or you can tap the different user, that user can get their stats, their calories, all their muscle imbalances while they're doing it right on that screen. Now, something else that Speediance really needs to improve on is this one accessory. I feel like the barbell pad is too thick. The problem with it being too thick is, and once it's on, it's like hitting the screen. And also it makes it so that it doesn't rest on my traps when I'm doing things like squats. So I had to modify it a little bit, and feel free to steal my idea. I would take like a hand towel and I would wrap it around, and it made it thin enough where it could sit on my trap so I can do a squat properly, but not too thick where I don't feel the placement of the bar and it's not too far on my neck or too far back or anything like that, because that bar feel is important, but you also want that cushioning too. So there's some aftermarket ones out there, I'll leave a link in the description, that are gonna be thinner that go on there. And I highly recommend those, or you can just wrap it with a hand towel. But if they updated this accessory to make it so that it's one of those thinner ones where you have the cushioning but you still get the bar feel, I think that would really improve on the Speediance Gym Monster. This truly has been a game changer for me when it comes to working out. If you've been following me for a while, I'm a big believer in resistance bands because of the way that they function. They make it so that you get more full range of motion than weights, and you get better contractions. You can cross planes, like when you're doing, let's say, a cable crossover and really contract the chest. You can get resistance all the way from the top and the bottom, versus with weights, you only get the most resistance on a curl at the bottom, and when you get to the top, you're pretty much closing your arm. So that's what I love about bands. This takes bands to the next level. And if you're ready to go to the next level, if you really want to make sure that you can gain muscle fast and get a fully defined chest, chiseled arms, a nice looking back, I'm telling you, this right here is the best thing that's out there. Because I reviewed things before that were like kind of a gym replacement, but this actually is a gym replacement. So much so that I sound like a crazy person to everybody because I keep telling people how great this thing is. I didn't plan to use it every day for a month. It just happened because it's so great. Those minor gripes that I talked about before, they really are minor. I mean, if they didn't change anything, I still would be using it. But if you're listening to Speediance, make those updates. Now, if you're thinking about possibly purchasing the Gym Monster, I just ask a favor of yours to click the link in the description. I get a really small percentage. This video is not sponsored or anything like that, but I just get a really small percentage if you go ahead and purchase the Gym Monster with this link. And with that, I'm gonna give you a discount code, and all you have to put that code in is right there in the description, and it'll give you a discount on the item itself. So we're gonna help out each other. If you click the link and purchase it there, I'll give you a discount. Now with that said, if you're still on the fence, if you don't know if you wanna purchase it, go ahead and check out this video. I do a full review with full detail on the Speediance Gym Monster. It's gonna explain a lot more to you. And if you don't wanna do that, and you're just like, hey, I like you, but I wanna see another video, go ahead and check this one out because YouTube says you're gonna like this one a lot.